y'all. Welcome back. Talk to the Sports Podcast. I'm here, your host, Shags. I'm here with my co host, Kaz. Phew. Well, we've reached yet the end of another season. Season isn't quite over yet. Still a couple, one more tournament, but this will definitely be at least our second to the last episode. Um, since we've been here, I think it's been maybe 2 weeks now. And we've had a Conference League final, we've had a Europa League final, we've had a Champions League final, and we've also had a Nations League final today. Um, so we're just gonna go in order, and we're gonna go and actually we're gonna put Chelsea out the way first, and we're gonna start right there. But before we do start, thank y'all again for watching. Go ahead and drop the like right now, subscribe, share, comment, hop on our live. Thank you. So, Chelsea ended the season with not just qualifying for the Champions League by finishing fourth, but with a trophy winning the Conference League. We had our doubts about Maresca all season long. I know if you've been listening, you've heard it every week. We had something to say. Does Chelsea's finish change anything? Is Maresca all of a sudden vindicated? Is he Has he passed the tests? Is Maresca ball a good thing?
Well, we'll have to wait and see, I think, because he wasn't under much pressure in his first year, I don't think. But so it was the second year that you really tell. Um, I mean, unless he wins the Premier League in his first season, but so it was the second season when he has a little more. They're more. The team is more prepared. They probably supporting him more, getting him more players, getting him what he wants, and then the expectation goes up. And then let's see, you know, because there were remember Frank Lampard. So yeah, don't want to be a Frank Lampard.
Yeah, I think he definitely does deserve some props. Um, top four Conference League, it's all we asked for, and he did it. It was the bare minimum, but at the same time, it's a great achievement. We haven't been in the Champions League in 3 years. We haven't won a trophy in three years. Great achievement, but I would also say that he himself still has a lot of room for improvement. Um, I judge him the same way I judge any of our young boys on the team, any of our 22-year-olds. He is still a rookie coach in the Premier League. He did well, did what was asked of him, but next year would tell if he can continue to improve because now the the expectations go up. Now his team is a year older, they're more experienced. We don't want to see any of the same mistakes, or at least not as often. We want to qualify for the Champions League again next season. That's the bare minimum. And we want to see more wins, more, and possibly another trophy. Uh, yeah, all in all, great job from the coach. It was uh, it was looking bad at a bunch of times. And also, we have to remember that if not for the Newcastles and the Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest deciding to throw it away at the end, we might have not qualified for the Champions League. So next season, at least for me, I want to see us do it under our own power. I want to see improvement. I'm not sure what trophies we should be aiming for. Um, but yeah, what do you think? What should our expectations be next year?
At least one domestic trophy and top four. But can he improve, as in get us far in the Champions League? That would be my expectation. At least get us to the knockout round and beyond, challenge for the Champions League. I'm not saying win it, but challenge for it. Don't just bow out like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Like, no, man. Like, we need you to like actually like try to win the Champions League, try to win the FA Cup,
Try to win the
a
league.
domestic trophy. Yeah,
Try
and you
to
play. Yeah,
try to get as close to the top as you can. Like, don't just write it off because now you become like you started off winning. We want to see the winning continue. Um, I'd say at least in the Champions League, getting out of the league phase is a no brainer. So at least quarterfinals, like the first round of knockout phases. Yeah,
quarterfinals.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
quarterfinals.
yeah, that's like bare minimum. And it's not. You have to try to win every competition. No more resting players for League Cup knockouts. Like, no, we want to win that. So yeah, I'd say the ball is definitely in his court. We got a couple. Well, one signing. We got Liam Delap, who should help. No, young English striker. What do you think about Liam Delap?
I don't know. I'll have to see what he does in our shirts because whatever he did with Ipswich Town doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's taking the number 9, so at least we know he's brave. Not that I think the shirt curse thing is just it's a mental thing. It doesn't really affect you that much. You're either good or you're not. And our strikers just haven't been good enough. Doesn't matter what.
I've never had a good number nine. Is what I mean.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what short number they take. Like most of them are just not good enough. So it's like, you think you're good enough? Like show us. He's going to a Club World Cup. Um, so we'll possibly see his debut in the first event. Streets are saying he's the next Diego Costa, but they always say that. Like if they're white, he's the next Diego Costa, or he's light skinned. If they're black, they're the next Drogba. Every time without fail. So we'll see. We're watching, and like yeah, transfer window should be a good one too for us. I think Kepa is leaving.
Jamie Bino Gittins.
Gittins looks like he's agreed terms. He's on his way. Sancho is gone. Thank you for that goal. Ooh, thank you for the memory, Sancho. um, Sterling definitely gone. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Modric looks like he's not. He's finished. But we move. We have to keep moving forward. Cole Palmer 10 straight. But yeah, I see nothing but I expect nothing but a better season. Bare minimum. Everybody, we know what we want. Um, quick question before we go into the next topic. Shouldn't you know how the Super Cup is like the Champions League winner versus Europa League winner? Don't you think that at least I think shouldn't the Conference League winner play the Europa League winner in order to decide who actually plays against the Champions League winner? Or is Conference League?
I mean, I I don't know.
I think it would make a lot of sense if you
I just
want.
don't know. I just don't know. They already have a lot of games, so you're adding another game. I don't know, man.
I'm sure they wouldn't complain about that one more game. But hey, I think it'll be pretty interesting, especially since they're gonna add more games anyways. They're gonna find a way. I think this would be one of those extra games where nobody really complains too much. It's a chance to win another trophy. But yeah, speaking of trophies, Spurs they won the Europa League. First trophy in 17 years, first European trophy in 40 years. And then they sacked Big Ange.
Yeah. Don't worry, they're still Spurs. They just have a trophy allergy.
Yeah, yeah. They sacked Poach 2 months after getting up to the Champions League final. They sacked Marino. What was it? 4 days before a cup final. Sacked Ange. Well, a week or two after winning them Europa League. Um, Honestly, I was definitely Ange in. I thought the third season would be better than the second season. I guess we just never know. But them sacking him now, it's just classic Spurs for me. Like they might go another 17 years without winning a trophy. Like with Ange, if you had said, I say, okay, maybe you win something again in the next 3-ish years, or at least you make it to the Champions League again next season, or at least back in Europe next season. Now, I'm not even gonna. They're cooked, man. They're back to being Spursy. I don't.
I know everybody was wondering what would happen if they won a trophy. What would happen to Ange? I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. Yeah, it's very Spursy. They always manage to screw it up for themselves, and now they're talking about Thomas Frank. Like, come on, man. Like, funniest thing that's gonna happen is Big Ange gets a job at another Premier League club, like Nuno did, and then he performs. We've seen this script before. But yeah, congratulations to Spurs, though. I believed in y'all. I believed y'all would win. You won. Congratulations. But now I'm going back to disrespecting you and not believing in you because I'm not like every. We all love Big Ange. It's only Daniel Levy and Cole that didn't like, don't like winning. But hey, not my club, not my problem. Um, Champions League final also happened. I don't think we discussed it on the podcast either. But yeah, PSG ripped them boys apart 5-0. The biggest win in a European final ever. Ooh, they got outplayed. They got. Do we need to do a deep dive? Do you want to explain how Inter managed to lose that badly?
They were just old midfield. Just got outplayed. It's not really that much of a deep dive.
Yeah, they were just outclassed in every department. And unfortunate for them, it was 5-0. But sometimes the score line doesn't tell the whole game, but that score line does tell the whole game. They just got absolutely dominated. Congratulations to PSG and their coach on the treble. Uh,
Quadruple, actually.
Quadruple. Yes, it was a quadruple. I think the first one. Yes, it has to be the first one. Um, yeah, PSG are a problem, and they will be back next year in the Champions League. I feel bad for the rest of the Uber Eats McDonald's league because PSG are gonna keep dominating there, unless Paris FC steps up. Shout out Paris FC. First time in their top flight for like 40 years.
Since
Their
79.
their stadium is literally across the street from the PSG stadium, and their owners are richer than the PSG owners. So there might be some competition coming to France, especially if they spend big and they avoid transfer bans. I think that's an interesting development for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Apart from that, we got a whole load of interesting signings, transfers. Zane Wirtz to Liverpool for 130 mil.
Yep.
I think Liverpool are getting fleeced if they pay that amount. They are definitely getting fleeced. There's no way that man is worth 130 mil, 70 mil tops, 85. I think teams need to stop Stop spending 100 mil on players. It's ruining everything because not every player's 100 mil. It's like Gittins. Dortmund want 80 to 100 mil. I'm just like, why? For what?
Mm,
Um,
I
especially
heard
when
I heard they accepted 35 mil.
no that they declined 35 mil, but oh, I'm missing them up. I was talking about Hugo Ekite.
Well, that's Frankfurt.
Yeah, from they're the ones, but yeah, it's just there's very few players worth 100 mil, especially not young 22-year-olds. It's just not doesn't make sense. And
Well,
like,
you must remember it's what his club values him at. So if you're paying that, that's on you.
yeah,
It's what the club values him at. Like we value Cole Palmer close to 100 mil. So if you pay that, that's on you.
yeah, it doesn't make sense to splash that much on a player, especially when you know he's like, if they actually spend that much, I'm just gonna call the flop incoming. That's just first season in the Premier League. It's not gonna work out. And then you see like City.
What would qualify him to be a flop? Because I already said they don't really need that position. Like I don't really see.
Well, he's a
I already
10.
said they're wasting their time on this position because they already
Yeah,
have Zoboszlai. So he's gonna be competing with Zoboszlai for 10. Okay. I mean, then
yeah,
he's not gonna get that much as much minutes as you think he will. So he's gonna automatically flop, according to you. That's why I'm not like putting much stock into this because yeah, they overpaid for it, but they already have a center attacking mid, so they're just stocking up on that position.
130 mil is for a player they don't really need though. That's
Yeah,
that's it, and it's so shocking too because it's Liverpool. I'm like Liverpool, y'all never do this, so why start now?
they really don't do this.
Spend 130 mil on players.
That's true. They don't spend that much on players normally.
Yeah, like 130 mil maybe in one window, but on one player, yeah. I think a sweet spot for transfers is just at 35 mil, like a city with Turkey and Nori, building your squad. One player isn't gonna make or break you. It's you need to strengthen all around. But yeah, Liverpool, if you guys think that's who you should sign, good luck.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna help you repeat. Like what City is doing is gonna give them the greatest chance ever. They're definitely gonna be rated favorites going into next season.
I mean, they'll still Liverpool still be in it though. I mean,
Well, they'll be decent.
they've fixed their position that they needed to fix, right and left back.
Yeah, they got Frimpong. I think they signed another one. Let's see. Yeah, definitely think at least. Yeah, the only club that hasn't isn't really, at least in the top teams, that hasn't really fixed position of needs is Arsenal once again.
They're looking at Sesko, but
Looking,
nothing official.
yeah, they're looking. Have they bid though? I doubt it. Yeah, gonna be rough for them if they don't sign a striker. Yeah, I'll wait for my Kai Havertz and Liam Delap goal Premier League goals hot take until the beginning of the season. I have a really hot take that Delap will score more than Havertz, but that depends on who they sign. They do sign Sesko. Um, Even Man U are making moves in the striker. You saw they were linked with Gyökeres. He actually wants to go there
Yeah,
without Champions League.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm not,
just go get him.
yeah, I'm like, why haven't you pulled the trigger yet? Like you have been linked to blah. Just sign your chorus. Simple. You have a striker. That's all your coach really needs, and then give him the bits and pieces.
Yeah, but Bournemouth's coach wants him to go to Tottenham. Thomas Frank.
Oh, because Thomas Frank might be going there. Yeah, man, I miss Big Ange already, man. I miss Big Ange, but that was cold though. That was really heartless on their part. But I guess I understand, but it's still like he won you a trophy. That those 22 losses, did it really matter?
Yep, to them.
Yeah, that's cold. That's cold. Um, I mean, the man did lose 22 times in the league, but
Yep.
yeah, I guess time will tell. Like, we'll never know. We'll never know if it was a mistake or not because it's just Spurs, you know? They get Thomas Frank. I guess, they're getting the same quality of coach, but at least Ange has won things. Ange is a winner. Thomas Frank, they're just getting a coach that will qualify them for Europe. I guess it just, yeah, they really don't care about winning things. That's just it. They don't care about winning. They care about their bottom line and qualifying for Europe, which he did. He got them Champions League, but oh well. What's done is done. Yeah. Any player moves you'd like to see from Chelsea or just any other team?
Leao said he wants to leave AC Milan. Um, Bastoni, like I don't know
That would
what's,
be a lead signing.
and then
They're breaking up that Inter team too.
Petrovic coming back, keeper.
I need him to be number one. The only other thing I saw, and I know it's never going to happen, was Chelsea being linked to Nico Williams. But
Yeah, I
that's
see that.
probably not. He only wants Barcelona apparently, but Liao, yeah, like yeah, the Chelsea team doesn't really need that many signings. Just a center back, start the right goalkeeper, and a left winger. That's it. Should be fun. Unless of course there's another striker available. Would you sign another one? Like I know Isak is impossible, but like Gil or Sesko
Nah,
or Etike from Frankfurt.
no, we already got Dilap, so move. There's no point because you'll never see the true potential of either one.
You know, you might as well just stick with what we got. And we still got Gooey in the reserve somewhere. Yeah, but last topic of the day, Nations League final. Spain lost for the first time in 20 games. You know, there's been a lot of hype about Lamine Yamal, and I get it. I get it. But me personally, I don't think he deserves the Ballon d'Or. I don't think, I think, and this is going to sound crazy, I think he's overrated. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think the reason he gets so much hype is because he's 17. If he was doing this at 22, it would just be, oh, he's a great player. But it wouldn't be, oh, he's the best player in the world. And I just don't think he is. Like his stats, his goals and assists, like people are treating him like he's Messi, but he's not. And I think all of this is just putting too much pressure on the young boy's shoulder. Always asking him in interviews, like, why is he even holding press conferences at 17? I can't say what I was doing at 17 on this podcast, but I think it's getting too much. It's getting too much for him. And I think we need to stop calling him the best in the world because he's not. We need to stop comparing him and just let him enjoy being a young, talented footballer. That's just my take. And of course, Nations League doesn't doesn't decide who wins any individual trophy. It's a whole season. Shout out to Portugal though. Shout out to Ronaldo, the goat, scored, had to be taken off. Um, why do they keep doing our boy Alvaro Morata like that, man?
He does that to himself. He does that to himself, man. He
Why-
missed a very crucial penalty.
I don't get it. I don't even know why he's taking penalties.
He's a striker.
But still, like with his record, yeah, I don't know. He just always seems to be the bad guy all the time. The guy who misses the penalty or misses the chance. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's not built for that.
Nope.
He's not built for it. I felt bad, but at the same time, I was rooting for Portugal. So yeah, it'll be all right, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, went through these topics fairly quickly. Um, I think the only other thing left, well, for this episode and this season is the Club World Cup. Um, I know you said we're capable of winning that. I now agree. I think I saw how the draw would pan out, and I think if we win our first three games, we're very strongly placed to win it. Um, it's either going to be Bayern, Benfica, or Boca Juniors. So yeah, we might end the season with another trophy. It'd be nice to it'd be nice to have. Um, anything you'd like to discuss or shout out or debate?
Thing really. I think we touched on everything.
That's
Just
it. Go ahead.
no, go on.
Yeah, thank you guys for, tuning in again. Sorry this was a short one, but the season is over. We told you guys last episode. Um, we will be back, like I said in the beginning. This is either the second to the last or third to the last, but we will be back for the Club World Cup. Depending on how that goes,
Just
that's
one more
going
thing.
to be in about.
OKC, UFC, KFC, YesCers, and 5.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Yes, there's in six for me though. But yes, I agree. It's the Pacers' turn. This is our year. Halliburton doing dark arts.
I have to get a Halliburton jersey for the next episode.
Same. I need it. But yeah, it's it's scary in OKC. The Halliburton is in town. There might be a couple explosions.
Yep.
Uh, from inside the arena. Please don't panic if it does happen. But yeah, yes, sirs. I think that's tonight, right? Tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, they probably already started the pregame. But yeah. Well, we're both Pacers fans here, rooting for the Pacers. That's another thing that we will be back to talk about too. The NBA Finals. I have to make sure to put that in the agenda next time so I don't forget. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by once again.
Thank you.
37 episode. Thank you so much of the season. Go ahead, drop a like, comment, share, subscribe.
Right. Thank you.
We'll see you again in about 2 weeks. Peace.